Here is something nobody tells you about recording your first video or podcast episode. The awkward feeling, it's not about how you look and it's not about how you sound. It is about where to put everything. Your hands, your eyes, your energy. When there is a camera pointing at you and nobody on the other end yet. That awkwardness completely fixable. And it does not fix itself with more practice alone. It fixes itself with a specific setup and a few specific habits. So, confidence on camera isn't a personality trait, it is a repeatable setup. Today, I'm going to walk you through exactly what that setup looks like: your sitting position, your hands, your eyeline, your voice, and the one pre record habit that settles everything down before you even start. So, why your body setup matters more than your delivery. Most people trying to fix their on camera presence but by working on delivery, speaking more slowly, sounding more confident, projecting more authority. And that can help, but it is working at a wrong end of the problem. The reason delivery suffers in most first recording is not the delivery problem. It is a physical setup problem. When your body is not in a natural supported position, your voice tightens, your gesture becomes either frozen or chaotic, and your face does things you will never do in a normal conversation. So fix the body setup first. The delivery will follow. Sit upright without forcing it, not military straight, just out of the slump. The difference between a slump posture and an upright one is audible in your voice. Upright opens the chest and the airway. Your voice sounds fuller and more grounded almost immediately. Have a surface in front of you: a desk, a table, a counter. The surface gives your hand somewhere to rest, which eliminates one of the most common uncommon tell. Hands that don't know what to do and end up doing something distracting. Lean in slightly, not dramatically, just a small forward angle from the waist. On camera, this reads as engagement. It signals that you are present and interested in what you are saying. It is one of the smallest physical adjustments with one of the largest visual effects. Your body tells the camera how you feel about being there. Set it up to signal presence and engagement, and your delivery will match. So now the confidence checklist, which it has four things in it. Run through them before every session until they become automatic. One, give your hands a job. The camera amplifies hand fidgeting in a way that real life does not. So before you start, give your hands in a specific place to be. Options: resting lightly on the table surface, loosely interlaced, or holding something stable like a mug. Then, when you make a gesture, make it intentional. One open palm to emphasize a point, a small count on the fingers for a list, and bring your hands back to home base afterwards. The goal is not to eliminate the gestures, it is to make them mean something rather than just happening. Two, pick a gesture cue, not a list of corrections. One, shoulder down or chin level or lean in on that important part. One cue is something you can hold in your head while also thinking about what you're saying. 10 cues means you are thinking about your body and not about your content, which your listeners will feel. Number three, use your first 30 seconds to settle. Your first 30 seconds on camera are almost always your worst. Your voice is still finding its level. Your energy is still calibrating. Your body is still getting comfortable. Record them anyway. They're not wasted. They're a warm up. You can train them up in editing, or more often than not, you will watch them back and realize they were better than you thought. Four, speak to one person, not the audience, not whoever is watching, one specific person, a past client who asks you the question this episode answers, a friend who is exactly the kind of person you made this for. Your tone shifts immediately when you stop broadcasting and start talking to someone. The moment when you sound most natural on camera are almost always the moments when you forgot there was a camera and just talk to someone. Here is something that most camera confidence guides miss. Your format affects your delivery as much as your body position does. When your episode has a structure, you spend less mental energy figuring it out what to say next, which means more mental energy goes into how you're saying it. The result is delivery that sounds more natural and more confident, even if you have not recorded much before. The simplest format that works for this is one sentence on what the episode solves, three short points, one quick example, one next step, and that's it. Write those five things on a sticky note and put them just below your camera, not a script, just five anchors. You know where you are and where you're going every moment. So your delivery can relax into the content instead of managing the structure at the same time. A structure gives your brain one less thing to manage while recording, and everything frees up goes directly into your delivery. The single most effective thing you can do for your on camera presence is also the simplest, and almost nobody does it. Record a 30-second throwaway take before your real episode. Not a practice run in your head, not a quiet read through of your notes. An actual recording, press to file, where you just talk to the camera for 30 seconds about anything. What this episode is about, something you noticed today, a question that you want to answer, then stop, take a break, and start your real episode. And here is what the throwaway take actually does. It burns off the first take energy, the slightly too formal, slightly too careful version of you that shows up at the beginning of every recording. By the time you start recording your real episode, you have already been on camera. The novelty is gone and you are just talking. It also warms up your voice in a way that reading silently or rehearsing in your head simply does not. 30 seconds of actually speaking out loud gets your voice to the level it will be in minute 10 before you have recorded a single keeper take. A 30-second throwaway take is the cheapest thing you can do for your on camera presence. It works every single time. Quick recap: five things done before and during every session. Body setup: sit upright without forcing it, surface in front of you, lean slightly. This is your baseline. Hands: give them a home base, make a gesture intentional. One open palm is more powerful than 10 nervous small movements. Posture cue: one, not 10. One thing you can hold in your hand while talking. One person, speak to them, not the audience. Your tone will shift without you trying. Throw away take: 30 seconds, press record, throw it away, start your real episode immediately after. None of this takes more than 2 minutes. All of it makes a visible difference from your first session you use it. If this was useful, subscribe. I put out videos like this regularly for podcasters and content creators who are building something they can actually sustain. I also write a free weekly Substack that goes deeper on topics like this: episode templates, industry playbooks, audios, lightning guides. The link is in the description. If you try the throwaway takes and it helps, I want to know. Drop a comment and tell me what changed. Those real world results become the next video. See you on the next one.